All right, well, hello everybody. I have Dr. Adam Blem here, and we've got some Buffalo Wild Wings in front of us. We also have some sauces. I am not gonna lie. I am from the northern state of Minnesota, and we believe that ketchup is spicy in our world. So what I'm gonna do, unfortunately, is I'm gonna be a sissy, and I'm gonna be dipping mine in ranch. And Dr. Adam Blem is gonna be dipping his in some sauces that we have in front of here. But I wanna get to know Dr. Adam Blem in his worldview director position. So tell me a little bit, Dr. Blem, tell our audience who you are, what do you do here, and how'd you get to Rejoice?
All right, so before I start, and I'm not sure why someone who grew up in Kansas has to have so much more spice than someone in Minnesota. Like, that's both north of the Mason-Dixon line, right? Like, I don't understand. But
I get to be the boss, I guess I get to decide this, right?
Fair enough, I suppose. All right, so this first one we've got, this is mild sauce. And to be honest, I've only had a few of these before, so we'll see how this goes. Mild seems like a good way to start.
I've got my garlic parmesan over here that look pretty good.
All right. Oh, taste the cayenne here. So, oh, not bad. So, growing up, like I grew up in Southwest Kansas. So, I was adopted, actually born in Denver, Colorado. Was adopted to, it's kind of funny, I always call my family like world peace family.
Okay.
Because my birth mom, or my adopted mom, she's about as Irish as you get.
Okay.
Red hair, freckles, all that. My dad's 6'5", German bred, you know, farm guy, like real big, kind of burly guy. And here I am. My birth father's Moroccan, and my mom was black, and my brother's Vietnamese, and here we are in the middle of nowhere, Kansas. So I grew up there until I was about 12 years old, and my parents divorced. When I was 14, my mom got remarried, and she married a Free Will Baptist pastor. Really? So we moved down to southeastern Oklahoma, down to Wilburton. And we were there for about a year. And he was found a pastor at another church in Enid.
Okay.
And so that's actually how I got to Oklahoma, kicking and screaming. Yeah. Honestly, it was pretty literally kicking and screaming. I remember one night, like I was begging my mom, like I don't want to go. The guy seems fine, but
keep
God.
Going. I'm just dipping my ranch here. Don't worry about me.
Yeah, the ranch. Well, and you know, God just kind of. I came to this point where I was like, either God, I'm going to be mad at you for the rest of my life, or, you know what you're doing. So I ended up really just throwing my hands in the air, quite literally, in my bedroom and saying, okay, I trust you. And it worked out.
Really?
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about growing up. What was growing up life like in that area?
So if you can imagine being in a place where there is very little to do.
Yes.
That'd be pretty close, I think. So when we first moved there, I lived in a town of about, 3,500 people. And when we first moved there, it was great. There was a bowling alley, and there was a movie theater, and there was a skating rink, and there was a pool, right? By the time I left, there was a pool. So that's kind of what it was like. So there was a lot of, like, I rode my bike all over town. That's kind of what we do, go over to a friend's house. And we travel 30 minutes to go get groceries. Okay. Yeah, I remember that town that we would go to was probably about 15,000 people. And that was going to town. When we go to Dodge City, which is 2 hours away, that was the big time. That was where, you know, we had a lot. So try this next one.
Okay.
It says medium. Yeah.
I've noticed a little spice in my garlic parmesan. I'm feeling it a little bit.
You know, I guess that's what happens when you're from Minnesota. Like,
I feel a little tingle.
Like there's
a little tingle in
there. Maybe you know, the wind wafted a little bit of spice over there.
I can just feel the sweating coming on.
All right, be careful here. I'm gonna get a little more than that. So medium. See how medium this really is.
Ooh, it's good. Okay, so
ain't bad. Okay.
So tell me a little bit. How did you meet your wife? How did you get to know her, and where did you meet her? Did you know her before? How did that come about?
That's a good question. So we, Free Will Baptist pastor, kind of a long story, but I thought that God was calling me into ministry, and I didn't really want to do it because, I thought, hey, I'm smarter than that. I mean, let's just be perfectly honest. Hey, I'm smarter than that. God, you want me to do something else? And he was very adamant and very clear about, no, this is what I want you to do. So I ended up going to the college, actually the same college that my stepdad graduated from.
Oh, okay.
So it used to be called Hillsdale Free Will Baptist College and more. Now it's called Randall University.
Yep.
And there, I went there a year, and then the next year, my wife came in as a freshman. And I was actually, when she came in, I was dating another girl at the time. But I can't say I didn't notice her.
Okay, yes.
But I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that because I am, dating this other girl. But we kind of became friends. We both ended up doing some drama. So what I mean by drama, we did plays together at college. So we were in play production together for most of the time we were there. Okay. We were in part of a traveling drama group together. Okay. And just got to be really, really good friends. Nice.
What's you hitting up next here?
Spicy garlic. So we went from medium to spicy already.
So did you, maybe speaking of which, what drew you to your wife? Was it the spice of her? What was it?
Actually, that's a really, and I'm sure she's gonna see this.
Yes.
She'll see this and she'll be like, no, that's about right. This is spice. There's a lot of spice there.
There you go.
Maybe that's getting me ready for this. I don't know. But yeah, we got to know each other and found out that she kind of had a crush on me for a while I was dating this other girl, even though she denied it to my face.
Okay.
But after we broke up with that other girl, we kind of started seeing each other, and she is the first girl who didn't break up with me.
Oh, okay.
So then we got married.
Wow. Okay. Any tingling yet? Do you need some water?
Actually, that spicy garlic's not bad.
Okay.
No, I'm good.
I've drank a lot of water already because I actually feel a little tingle on my tongue. I don't know why, but I'm just gonna keep going.
Maybe it is good. Maybe it is good. You're sticking with your.
You would have seen sweat coming down on me. So, okay. So, while you're at college, what was your major? Like, what were you majoring in? What did you get into?
So it's funny. I actually started college as an English major. Of course, they only had an associate in English, but I changed to theology because I thought that was pursuing the calling. But I didn't really feel called toward pastoral ministry. Yeah. So I was like, hey, theology, that sounds really broad, and I can, do whatever. And I had no clue. To be honest, I didn't know anything academic theology really as a thing. It really wasn't something that I had a whole lot of knowledge about or philosophy, academic philosophy, any of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So
wow.
I majored in theology because I thought that was going the right direction, and it was kind of non-committal. So
I gotcha.
That's what I did.
Wow. Okay, there you go.
And I remember, okay, listen.
What's next?
We go from light sauce, and my experience with hot sauce is the darker it gets, the more it looks like coagulated blood, the hotter it's gonna be. And here, look at that already.
Wow.
That
looks a little. Yeah.
I should not be there right now. That should be right here, but we'll see. Anyway, I remember, earlier I had said, I felt like maybe I'm a little too smart for this whole ministry thing. Yeah. And then I took a semester of Greek. And I realized that was not the case.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did that kind of blow your mind?
A little bit, but it was fun. I really appreciate, I could dig in, and it was hard, but it was good, and it really opened up some stuff for me. It was really challenging, but I loved it. Wow. So much so I ended up minoring in it.
Really? Okay. I'm feeling maybe it's these fries that have a little tingle to them. I don't know.
You got to watch out for that pepper.
You see that pepper right there? I think that's probably what's
Nashville
hot. A little bit. Because I know what you got next is
where am I at next?
Jam and jalapeno.
Jam and jalapeno. Okay. All right. The Nashville hot's not bad. All right.
It's not too bad?
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. I'm glad that you're not.
If I started off with, this is Nashville hot, but I suppose garlic parmesan's What is
Where
that?
would that
like
land on
Wisconsin hot? Is that where it's? Yep.
Probably. Okay, so tell me a little bit about your hobbies. What do you like to do? What are some fun things that maybe you like to do, or even with your family as well? What are some of those?
Well, a lot of my students know, like, I love cars. Just about any kind of car. You know, I'll get up, and I feel like I'm about as comfortable under the hood of a car as I am in front of a classroom.
Great.
And it's just it's a nice change of pace in some ways.
Yeah.
I can get out there and I can, you know, I'm not trying to solve the world's problems when I'm under there. I'm trying to solve a mechanical problem.
Yeah.
And you know what? I can yell at that car as much as I want to, and I'm not gonna hurt its
not gonna do
feelings, it's not gonna
anything.
yell back at me.
Hey, and if any of you have seen, Dr. Blem's got a sweet ride out there on nice days.
On nice
rainy
days, right, yeah.
Little red car out there in the high school. Yeah.
Yep.
It's a pretty sweet ride. So did you do all that work on that?
So I've done some of it. I bought it in pretty good shape because through the years I've come to recognize my limits.
Yes.
Now I have done stuff. Part of the reason I have any kind of mechanical knowledge at all is I found that when you have to have something and you're too poor to get somebody to fix it, well, that's a good time to learn.
Yes.
And so I remember, like, I used to drive a '77 Lincoln. And there's some people here, I think, that probably remember that car.
Yeah.
And
That's funny.
transmission went out, which is partly my fault.
Uh-oh.
And I dropped the automatic transmission and rebuilt it in my garage. I bought a book.
Really?
Yeah. And took it all apart and put it back together.
I'm starting to smell it now. I'm even sweating over here just smelling some of these.
Ooh, yeah, that's got a little
Ooh.
jam and jalapeno.
Okay.
All right. It's
Good
got a
luck
little
with
heat to
that
it.
one. Man.
You're just sweating thinking about it.
I'm still on, I think I'm on napkin number
Ooh.
3 now.
Ooh, I
one
like
good?
that. That's good. I'm gonna have to remember that one.
Really?
Jam, I mean, it's got a little bit of the jalapeno to it, but I like that.
Ooh, wow. So tell me a little bit, and tell kind of our audience a little bit about your story to RCS. How did you get here? What brought you here? When did you first start? And you left a little bit, came
Yeah.
back. So tell a little bit about that.
Yeah, it's interesting. I have lived in this area longer than I've ever lived in a single place in my life.
Okay.
So when we lived here before, our house was in Sperry. Oh, let me get another
that
bite of
one.
that Asian zing. That's good.
Yeah, that good?
Yep.
Glad you're liking it.
One of us is. See, I mean, it's not that bad. You should try some. See?
Oh, I'm gonna get, that first even mild
It's
is
good. I might make it. I might actually make it. I say that. I know this is where it starts hurting, so we'll see.
Mango habanero, yeah. I probably will.
I can feel it a little bit. It's a little warm. It is a little warm. I'm trying to think. Now I'm trying to remember where we're at. Okay, so living here. Okay, in 2007 is when I graduated, and I remember being in. I was working at UPS at the time, and by that point, I hated my job. Like, it was bad.
You were done?
I was done, yeah. I couldn't please anybody. And I remember that October, I was sitting with my wife, and I was like, you know what would be really cool is if I could teach Bible and coach basketball at a private school, but we know that's not gonna happen. Well, it was May rolls around, and I was graduate assistant who's my Greek professor, and he was coming here to be the superintendent.
Okay.
And I was returning some books, and this was literally the day that Jennifer graduated.
Yeah.
And I was returning, he goes, oh, hey, by the way, I just got to thinking, like, they're looking for a Bible teacher at the school that I'm going to. Would you be interested?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like,
Oh my gosh.
he could have said, would you be interested in winning the lottery? And I would have been like, yeah, sure, that'd be great, right? So I was like, yeah, that'd be great. And he said, it's not my job to give you, but I'll put in a good word. I was like, okay. So I came in and I interviewed, and in the middle of the interview, I was asked, hey, by the way, we need a junior high boys basketball coach. Would you want to do that? I was like, yeah, absolutely. So I rode my motorcycle here and back home, and I got a call, left a message, so I got home and found out, hey, I got the job. And I was really excited, to be able to come here, and that's when I think they had just moved into the campus on 86th Street at that point.
Okay. Yeah.
So I started teaching, my first year here would have been 2008.
Okay.
And then so I was here from 2008 to 2019. And I ended up going to University of Arkansas in Fayetteville.
Okay.
I had to pursue a PhD because I felt like that's kind of where God was wanting me to go. I actually had the opportunity at that point. It was a really high quality program. So I left to go do that. And as I was starting to apply out for jobs,
Good luck with that. Adam, I'm noticing a little sweating.
it is. Actually, I'm feeling hotter.
Your nose running a little
I'm
bit.
feeling hotter. I'm getting a little more distracted. All right. So I have been routinely probably this far.
Okay. You take
So the
this
Thai
to another
curry.
level.
Yeah. Oh, my nose is running too.
Yeah.
Oh.
Thai curry. That just sounds.
Thai. You know what? Let's make this fun. Let's take quite a bit
Oh. How is that?
here. Oh, I ain't messing around.
Oh, I'm glad
It's kind of
it's
buttery though. Wait a minute. It is curry. Like I taste the curry. There it is. It's slow.
Was that?
It's a slow burn.
Oh no.
Some of these will hit you in the face. That one's there it goes.
You hear the fire bell? Oh, that was the school bell.
All right, I gotta take my jacket off.
Uh-oh. It's happening.
It is getting a little warm, and it's 65 in this
I'm
room.
almost done with my water. I just
Oh yeah, I
gotta
probably needed. I'm glad I got this ranch sitting over here.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh,
Ranch
yeah,
is
it is
good.
more like it is legitimately hot.
And you.
The temperature says 65, but like
You really dunked that one too. So.
Yeah, I did. All right.
Remember where you were.
That's
talking.
am I like where I am in general because that's starting to go too.
I can't wait till you get to the mango and the hot. Yeah.
Yeah, Arkansas. I was applying out to jobs, and I had asked Lisa Zingerman to write, some of my recommendation letters earlier, and I was asking her to revise one of them, and she said, "By the way, would you ever be interested in coming back?" And I had just talked to Jennifer about that the week before because when I left, it wasn't like I didn't leave on any bad blood or anything like that. I loved working here. I just thought it was time to move on, and I didn't, think that God was going to bring us back. But I told Jennifer about a week before, hey, you know what? I think under the right circumstances, I would.
Yeah.
And then that's kind of that snow day. That's when I was going to have a meeting via Google Meets, and you jumped on that
right.
meeting the first time I met you. And
That's right. Wow.
I ended up working out.
Right. And now here you are.
Here I am
Wow.
doing biblical worldview stuff, right? Like with hot wings. I don't know if it's like a year and a half later, initiation, right? Or that's warm.
You're hanging strong here. I'm impressed, Adam.
Yeah, but I know this is where the pain.
No.
Like the pain.
This is where
The mango habanero. That's where it starts getting me. I haven't had blazing in forever.
you're getting towards the end. My lips are still kind of burning a little bit too from this.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. You better look
Still
out.
pretty tough. Whew.
Oh, watch
Yeah.
out.
Goodness, I gotta wipe a little sweat off my face here. So, all right. So
All right,
let's see what
take a
that.
good amount here. So this is mango habanero. See, I like the sweet stuff.
Oh my.
But I don't know that I like the sweet stuff that's going to set myself on fire. I don't know, the self-immolation thing.
See
Like,
how
that's
that
not.
one goes.
I can already tell you. Because habanero's got a smell and it's got a.
Yeah, I can smell it already. Whew.
There it is. Yep.
Is it?
There's a difference. Okay. So the Thai curry was good and it was warm.
Oh no.
Ooh, but there it is.
Uh-oh.
There's the heat.
There it is.
Oh, yeah.
I guess we maybe need to move on to the next question then, I guess.
Maybe. I don't like.
So tell me, Mr. Adam, what's your passion? What's your purpose? What do you like to do?
My purpose right now is to survive. I can tell you that. Like, can I?
Pretty
ooh.
good thing.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness.
To survive.
Ooh my.
You know, I love learning. First of all, I just like learning about anything that I can learn about,
Yeah.
and I get excited when other people, when they get a chance to do that, when I can help them learn.
Yeah.
And ultimately, like I get really intrigued by, I don't know, asking really deep questions and exploring those. Oh yeah, we got two of these, right?
I was
64
gonna
ounces.
say, mine's already almost done, man.
And so I love racking my students' brains. In fact, I'm one of those people where I love to give brain teasers and stuff in class. And I love the kind of look like, what is, how do we, but being able to kind of lead, not just to confuse, but to like the aha. Then you go from that to, you know what, that makes sense. I never thought about that before.
That's good.
Oh, yeah.
Are you ready to jump into the hot?
I better. Because I'm
Before
gonna.
you're-
Oh yeah, the mango. That's where it was.
That,
Ooh, I was good up until that point.
So you have hot. We've got hot, and
And both of these are cayenne, if I remember right. And I'm not a big
Really?
cayenne.
so we've got hot left, and we've got blazing.
I thought, man, I thought I had this, but
Uh oh, I got some of my fingers here. I gotta
Yeah.
get that off.
ooh, the pain. It's not terrible, but it's
These Parmesan ones have been really great.
ooh,
Why?
ooh. I feel like
Oh gosh,
I'm focused.
good. That looks like OSU orange right there.
That does. Again, here we go. We're looking a little bit more like blood, and then that's exactly what that is. All right.
Good luck.
I feel like I'm getting ready to go like lift, and I got to get the smelling salts and
Oh,
like
yeah.
get all jacked up. And
You better get ready.
oh, these
yourself
two
up.
are gonna have to go quick.
Oh my. Good luck.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good dunk right there.
Oh, Jennifer, this is my wife. This is for you. You're gonna. All right, here we go. Oh,
Uh-oh.
oh, I can taste that right off the bat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cayenne pepper.
I
I'm
can
just not a big
sense it.
fan of flavor.
Oh, no.
Oh yeah. All right.
Okay. So,
All right, here we go.
Dr. Blem,
Ah.
you got the last one to go here. Okay, so.
Maybe it's the voice of God. He's saying, "All right, listen, you've had enough."
Yes, you need to be done. Try.
I don't know. You know, I think one of the things that I appreciate about being here is watching Rejoice grow, being able to see like even staff grow, like getting more staff and getting staff who are really masters of their crafts, being able to see like our spiritual focus grow and go from, you know, something that was kind of like, okay, here's kind of our Sunday school stuff, and we're going to tack that onto what we do, to really being able to look at things integratedly. So like we're looking all through that biblical lens, right? And knowing like the plans that we have now and these programs that are developing, athletics, adding more sports and the sports that are there, being able to see the coaches and the culture, the success take off in our fine arts program. I'm really excited about how that's really coming along, and there's
Sorry,
more
I need to get
opportunities
another
there.
water here.
Yeah, I'm sure you
Get a
do.
little-
All right.
Keep going, keep going.
I've been just trying to talk long enough to let my. I'm
was
just trying
gonna say,
to words.
I can tell- I can tell it's starting to pick up here a little bit.
Okay. I think the last time I did a blazing wing, this was oddly enough because of juniors here at Rejoice.
Yep.
I was like, I'm never doing it again, and here I am.
How was it?
All right. So
Okay.
we're about to find out. You know what? I'm gonna get a decent amount. Like I'm actually gonna taste
There you
this.
go. Well, as he's doing this, I will say this, and it's the reason why we brought Dr. Blem here. If you haven't been to our Worldview Wednesdays and we've done some recordings on some of these, he is awesome. He's the real deal. You know, our mission is that whole person Christian education that immerses our students in that biblical worldview. And having him here help guide us and lead us in that and lead, especially some of our upperclassmen. He does such a great job, so knowledgeable, loves the Lord, and is a good sport for doing this right now.
Well, I appreciate
I
that.
couldn't have done that.
I appreciate that.
I don't even want to dap into any of that. So how was it, the last one?
It's hot, but it wasn't like
Wow.
I don't know. The hot
was-
almost felt hotter.
What was your
I say
hot
that,
one?
but the blazing doesn't go away.
Yeah.
I think it's what it is. Like the hot started, the more I talk started, this like hit the roof of my mouth, there, and it just won't
it is.
stop. It's not crazy hot,
Yeah.
but the heat just doesn't go away.
Yeah.
Like I'm absolutely sweating.
Oh my gosh. So I'm gonna dip a fry, because I feel bad for you. I'm gonna dip a fry in the blazing.
Dude, this is
the hottest.
awesome.
Okay, I'm just dapping a little bit.
All right. See, all right.
Oh my. Oh my gosh.
It's hot, right? You're right.
Ugh. Oh, that's so nasty.
It's hot. Oh my
God.
Get some, yeah,
Where's some ranch?
Get some,
Where's
yeah,
some
ranch
ranch?
with your fries.
Holy cow.
It'll calm down.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Dip.
Like I give you props for that. That's
Oh, man.
that's hot.
That was. Oh, I can feel it in like my senses coming through.
Right? It's like, oh,
Oh, yeah.
Breathe a lot better though, right?
I was going to say, I think it just cleared something out. Holy cow.
Oh.
Okay, wow.
Hey, you did it.
I did
You had
it.
blazing.
I did
You
it.
had the blazing sauce.
Oh my
I mean,
gosh, man, I'm so tasted and now on the mild. That was our time to hear a little bit more about Dr. Blem. Hope you had a great time. I'm gonna get some more water and take all 3 of these waters, but thank you for listening in on the spicy wings.